All right, and it looks like we're ready for this next run here. So let's get ready to get warm around the campfire, and I'm going to pass it over to Steve TV Online. Take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Stevetvonline and I'm going to be running the last Campfire any percent for No Holidays Allowed. This is a great opportunity to sit around the campfire because it's been cold out for a lot of places. Some places not so, but anyway, this is a puzzle game, a very cute puzzle game. I'm going to be going through it. You would think it's a puzzle game. There can't be any skips. Well, there's actually some pretty major skips in this, and I will try and explain them as best as possible when I get to the opportunity. But anyway, the timing starts the second that I start up the run here. So when I hit new game, the timing is going to start. So without further ado, the timing begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wait, sorry. Restart that timer. I forgot about this. When I hit normal mode here is when the timing is gonna start. 3, 2,
You love it.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
All right, good luck, Steve.
Thanks. So we're going to the first thing we're going to do here is we're actually going to skip through this first cutscene here, and then we're going to just match through all the dialogue. You're not going to learn to hear the narrator that much here, but it is talking about the whole story of this is that we are lost in the unknown. We don't know where we're at, and we are going to be freeing up the forlorn that are these creatures that get stuck inside of the unknown and get lost. So they end up turning to stone, and we are going to be freeing as few of them as we can while also getting through the game. So right here, Ember finds this dead body, our first forlorn, that we aren't going to be saving. Instead, people, please do not steal things off of dead bodies. You never know if they're cursed, or in general, just don't steal. You never know what's going to happen if you steal.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very nice.
No. But anyway, we see a dead body, and the first thing that Ember decides to do is steal the satchel. And inside of the satchel, there happens to be something else. It's a very heavy bag. Looks inside, there's a statue. So we're going to go over here, and another thing you're going to be noticing me doing is I'm actually going to be going, and I'm going to be hitting not in a rhythmic motion. I'm going to be hitting the B button or the dash button. This allows, it's like the fastest movement because it says to hold down the button to sprint. But if you hold it down in a rhythmic motion, it allows for you to then sprint in spurts, and it's faster than just holding it down. So there's our first puzzle. There's no skip to that puzzle whatsoever. It's just basic back and forth. Alright, so now we're just going to go through here, and I have to remember that there's a dialogue box up at the top here that I have to mash through, otherwise the game doesn't continue on. There we go.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that if you can hear the matching of my controller here. I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X. Obviously, the PC is a little bit faster, but with console, I believe I'm like second place, if I remember correctly. So like here it says hold B to dash. That's why I'm doing the multiple different things. So here's our first actual puzzle to get one of the sphere here that allows for us to continue through to the next area. Very, very simple puzzle here. We're going to be grabbing it, grabbing up the statue, going up to the top, pulling a chain, and doing the same thing again. It's as easy as eating pineapple.
Ember felt lost in darkness and ruin. The caged flame stoked new hope in Ember.
But anyway, we're going to be that's going to be moving over, and we're going to be grabbing this. We're going to be going down this rope. We're going to go all the way over here, grab that, and then we're going to go all the way over here, and then go up. Most of the time, Max, if I'm in a puzzle, unless there's something to explain, it's just going to be, I'll send it over to you, alright?
Perfect.
Yeah.
I heard we're going to hear a lot about fruit.
Yeah, a lot of fruit. Alright. So now we're going to go up here, and we're going to free the flame, and the flame is going to lead us to the next area. So
exactly how many areas are there in this
there's
game?
technically 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 areas with 4 different puzzles each. So like we 316 forlorn. Alright, so this flame is leading us through. We're gonna go up here.
Was it trying to escape?
Then we're going to go up here if Ember wants to
Leading
go.
away.
And normally the Ember is leading us up to there, but we're not going to follow the flame. Instead, we're going to go this way, and we're going to solve the rest of the puzzles that we need to solve. So this first one is another really simple puzzle. We're not going to go over that way, which it usually wants you to do. Instead, we're going to go in here first, because it's a lot easier for us to get through stuff. So now we're going to go up here. And then we're going to, this is another very, very simple puzzle. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be, so you're going to see all these statues are in different positions here. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to turn this right here. We're going to make those 2 over here in the same position. We're going to grab this. We're going to go all the way around over here. We're going to set it down there. We're going to turn this one more time. Grab this up, set this down, so it's just out of our way. And then we're going to turn this one last time, and we have now solved the puzzle.
You're making all these puzzles look way too easy, and I know they're not.
Oh yeah, that's gonna come up a little bit later too. There's a lot of different puzzles that took me quite a bit of time to solve. But this is also my specialty. I love running puzzle games and just making them seem simple when in reality it takes me. I think there was one puzzle in here that took me upwards of 45 minutes to an hour to solve, and I solve it within a minute. 45 seconds to a minute.
That's a lot faster than I would even take to be able to process the initial parts of it.
So now we've got that. We're going to
Thank you.
run down here, and we're going to... So I have a question for you, Mash and chat. Do you like frogs?
I like frogs.
Oh.
Frogs are a bit... Frogs are hoppity hop friends.
Perfect.
So
Because we have our little frog friend that's going to help us out over here. So see that frog statue?
Yep.
Well, there's another frog statue right up here. This frog statue is going to help us out a little bit. We're going to grab this froggy.
Are we catching frogs? Are we going to catch the frogs?
No, we're not going to catch the frogs. No, instead we're going to go into this corner. We're going to mess up the trick. We're going to still mess up the trick. Then we're going to go in this corner. We're going to turn really quickly and still mess up the trick. There we go. Now we're going to climb up here, and we're going to skip having to go all the way around. That's still faster than going all the way around to climb up that ladder. Just to let you know.
That is definitely something.
So now we're into this puzzle. We're going to just keep on switching different statues back and forth. I wonder if this forlorn, if their favorite fruit is pineapple.
Yeah, maybe. I do like the occasional pineapple, but definitely not on pizza. But that being said, we do have some things that I'd like to say. I do want to remind you that we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. All of the donations you folks make do help support a lot of the animals that they take care of over the years. It's been a very vital part of keeping the business running. So that they can keep supporting all these animals, so that they can take care of them. And I said business, but it's all charity. Like, that's the only way they keep the lights on over there. So please do get those in. But yeah, you are watching No Holidays Allowed, a special version of a No Glitches Allowed event.
Perfect. So now we free this forlorn. That's what happens when you free them. This second one. We're gonna climb back down, and we're gonna use the frog again for another special trick. We're gonna grab it, which lets us go back through that very easily just by grabbing it. And we're gonna go all the way over this way. And you would think this is a puzzle game. You can't have really major glitches, can you? Well, I beg to differ. We can just set the frog right there, and we can go a little bit out of bounds right here. Then we can walk all the way over here, and we can go back through this wall, and we've now just completely skipped an entire section of the game. It's been so long since I played this game, I could not tell you what we have to do. We had to jump on a bunch of lily pads, and
I'm so glad that you're doing this in an event where it's like we're not banning glitches. Perfect for no holidays.
Alright, so we're gonna push this over this way. This is a really fast one, so there isn't really time to, like, kind of give stuff, but we're going to go up here, we're going to push this all the way over, and instead of pushing both of these, we're only going to push one, because there's no use in us pushing that other one, because all we need to do is come back around here. We have to pull this, Ember, and then we go back around, and we've now solved this puzzle. It's a very easy puzzle that, if somebody was to just look at that, could easily see how to solve that really quickly. There's some puzzles in here that, like, the average person, like anybody could solve by just looking at it really quickly. Of course, it might just be my mind with puzzle games, but... Alright, so once again, we are going to be mashing and getting and freeing our last forlorn, which that flame that led us to this area is actually the last spirit for the last oh, and also say bye to the frog, because we won't be using the frog anymore.
Aw, bye, frog friend.
We're gonna go down here, and then we're gonna go to the first campfire, the name of the game. But actually it's not the name of the game. The name of the game is the last campfire. This is the first campfire, so if you've never seen if you've never played the other campfire games, you're gonna be witnessing them right here.
Are you saying there's more than one?
Well, yeah, this is only the first. We need to get to the last. Alright.
So did they get really cold and they turned into statues?
No, what happened is there... I kind of tried to explain this at the very beginning, but we are stuck lost in the world of the unknown. They don't know where they're at, and they're trying to escape, but if they can't escape, they become lonely, and when they become lonely, they turn into stone. So we're basically befriending them to turn them out of stone and not become the forlorn. So we're freeing the forlorn.
The forest king and those who linger will
Friendship is key. Got it.
That will come into play near the end of the game, and I will explain that near the end here. So there's actually, the dialogue in here is actually very important. So this next one we're going to be holding down. We do not want to help the others, we just want to continue on, unfortunately. We're going to be leaving some of them in their forlorn state. But other than that, I'm just going to be walking through the door and going up, so if you have anything else that you want to mention, you can go ahead and do that.
Perfect. So I did mention that this is no holidays allowed. I want to elaborate a little bit more on that because normally we'd be doing no glitches, but this is the no holidays allowed event where we do allow games such as this one that has already been glitching like crazy. A chance to be able to be showcased during the events that we do. But sadly, right now, this will be the last no holidays allowed for the foreseeable future for now. But we will still have the new glitches allowed and completion-a-thon events in the new year as well. So please keep an eye on social posts and in the Discord if you're in there for more info and details when those come soon, hopefully. But yeah, I hope to see people for those events in the future. So just keep your eyes peeled.
Well, you don't think that this is a glitchless or minor glitches?
No, you've done some pretty big stuff in my eyes.
Alright, so we're going to be talking to the guards here, and we're just going to be talking because we were told to go see the Forest King by the ghost that was back there helping us out. They said to go see the Forest King will help us escape. But these guards don't want us in. All they're worried about is our satchel. They think it's a very awesome satchel, but we're not going to give it up. Instead, we're just going to say, hey, can I go see the Forest King? They're like, oh yeah, you can go through. This is the Forest King. The Forest King... Huh?
I was gonna say, is he gonna be nice to us?
Well, in a way, the Forest King says, why don't you stay here? Why would you want to, why would you want to try and escape? There's no reason for you to escape. You can stay here and be like one of us other friends.
Is it the night
So we get kind of frightened, and he kind of shows his powers as to being able to control the weather and kind of control the area that's around here, and saying, if this is scary here, I'll make it not as scary for you. But we're like, I still don't want to stay here. I want to move on. He's like, why would you want to move on? So you're like, fine, I guess I'll stay. He's like, cool. Here's a feather. You can start becoming one of us. So he gives us the feather, and in Ember fashion, we decide to use that feather for other purposes instead of becoming a bird.
You don't want to fly?
I don't think these birds can fly. As you can see, their eyes inside of their stomachs.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
Alright, so now with this feather, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over this way, and we're going to be talking to this bird over here who is basically tired of their shift. And when we show the feather, he's like, oh, perfect! You're going to take over my shift. Just make sure nobody goes past here, please. But in reality, he's going to leave, and we're just going to continue adventuring. Alright, enjoy your break. I'm not going to do anything weird or anything. Oh, I wonder what's down here.
Are we sure that them in those tall costumes is not just two forlorns stacked on top of each other?
We'll never know. I mean, what are you talking about? They're just birds.
Are we sure they're birds?
Yeah, they're just birds. They're just birds. Birds with stomach eyes.
They look oddly. Their eyes are oddly at level with your eyes. So it just makes me think there's two of them stacked underneath.
I mean,
they
have 4 sets of they have 4 sets of eyes, or 2 sets of eyes. What are you talking about? They have ones in their stomachs and they have ones on their head.
Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like
something seems a little sussy.
All right, so now we're going into this next section. This is kind of like a maze portion. We're going to go into here, and we're just going to go over here. We're going to see a little map that's right here. We're going to go up here, and we're going to move this puzzle piece. Maybe move this puzzle piece, and then we're going to go to the next area. So we're going to go up here and go into the next area. Wait a second. This looks familiar.
It was the same place as before.
Oh, well, we'll go on to the next area.
How?
Oh, look, another puzzle piece. Let's grab this up.
Eerie scene.
Bring it all the way over.
Like a moment frozen in time.
Who are you? Oh, okay, bye. So now we're gonna go down here. We're gonna put this puzzle piece in. We're going to bring this down all the way here, and then we're going to drop this down. Cool, we have a new path. Let's go this way.
The map was revealed.
We're going to go straight to that one puzzle piece that we put in.
A section of bridge had somehow been ripped from its foundation.
Deja vu. Oh well. Anyway, we're going to be going, and we're going to be grabbing up this. We're going to be moving this and grabbing the next puzzle piece. And this is an important puzzle piece because this is going to allow for us to get to the next part of the game that's very important, required to continue on with the game. And as you can't tell, we're just moving puzzle pieces and putting them into different spots just so we can get to the next areas and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is put the puzzle piece right here and move it up right there. There we go. Go straight up. And now we're going to solve another one of those puzzles that isn't freeing a forlorn.
A secret place. Was it hidden on purpose?
We're gonna grab the statue, bring it all the way over here, drop it down. I'm dropping it all the way over there just for this purpose. This is going to be turning around like this, and it's gonna be closer to us if we set it right there. We're gonna pick it up, move it all the way over here, drop it down right here, and then we're going to go back around. Then we're gonna come down here, grab the statue, and set it on the pedestal. Were you in band when you were younger, man?
Can you rephrase that in a way that I understand it?
Just like in schools or stuff. Did you play a horn or anything?
I Okay, this is gonna sound silly when people hear it, but I did play the flute for a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. I was a trombone player, but we get the lanthorn. The lanthorn, you're going to be. The reason I ask is because this is like a trumpet. You're going to be hearing a lot of playing. That's why I was asking.
No, I know flute is probably not what people expect me to say, nor the fact that I've played an instrument in my life, because believe it or not, I'd like to forget those days, but...
I was a trombone player, so... Anyway, so this is...
I always had mad respect for everybody else, though.
So this is the noise that you're going to be hearing. It's actually a pretty soothing sound of the lanthorn. And this lanthorn allows for any item that has that gold on it to be moved. So with that being said, if you noticed when we were placing all of these, map pieces, that there is some gold on some of those. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be placing this up here. We're going to be placing this one in the middle, and then we can head into the next area. And this next area is where we get our big skips. Now you're saying, big skips? Didn't you have big skips? Oh, no. We have some big skips coming up.
I already thought the ones we saw were pretty big, but...
that's nothing compared to what you're about to see. So, now that we have the lanthorn, these skips aren't even using the lanthorn for the skip. It's kind of funny. We just needed the lanthorn just to get to the next areas. We're gonna grab this ladder, that's the word I was looking for, and we're gonna go all the way up here. And also, in chat, I want everybody to yell "wee" as we slide down. Wee!
Whee!
Alright. Unfortunately, we get money, but Amber doesn't care because they had fun. Bye, pig. Bye, pig. So normally what we have to do is we have to wake the pig up with this fruit right here. And then bring it over and it would eat the plant. However, what we can do is we can go into this corner, we can mess up the trick. Like I so easily do every single time. Nope, that was definitely not it. We're gonna go into this corner and still fail the trick. I hate this trick. This isn't even the hard trick. Okay, we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna drop it down right there, Steve. Maybe. Ah. Come on, you can do it, Steve. There we go. We made it. I just have to wiggle a little bit as well.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Alright, so that was the easy trick. Yes, that was the easy trick. That was about
That's easy?
Yeah, that saves about the same amount of time as just doing it normally, maybe a little bit slower, but I just wanted to show it off. So now we're going into, well, first... Alright, so now we're going into the actual hard trick. So this is pig skip. That is the big pig. Normally what we have to do is we have to find something crunchy for the pig in order to wake him up, and then we can pass through. However, that takes a little bit too long. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a... Oh, this is why it's hard.
Whoa.
What we're going to do is we're going to walk on sunshine and do a little bit of a glide here. Fall through the air, and then we're going to wake up this forlorn. Don't worry about it. Ember has special abilities.
That looked very strange. Like, I don't even... Like, how are you walking like that?
Alright, so now, this is a little bit longer puzzle, so if you have something, now this would be another perfect time to read off anything.
I certainly can do. Yeah, for those that maybe don't have any money to donate directly right now, but maybe in the future they want to maybe donate supplies to help Go Rescue. You can certainly do so by navigating to the GoRescueDogs.com page, navigating to the How Can You Help section, and then looking at their Amazon wish list and potentially ordering some stuff for them to help out with some supplies they might need to take care of the animals. Detergents for cleaning, paper towels, and anything of the sort that like things like purses and coats and stuff like that, and shoes to help with all sorts of things, and even food as well. Greatly helps with taking care of the animal. So even if you can't donate directly during the event right now, always do remind yourself that you can support them by navigating to their website and supporting them outside of the events that we run here on the No Glitches Allowed channel. So thank you.
Perfect timing, because once again, we get to do the hard trick not once, but also second time. Ugh.
Do we need to tell Mr. Piggy that we can see his ribcage?
I don't think that's his ribcage.
It looks like his ribcage. Whenever he lights up, his belly lights up.
Oh, shoot. Like I said, this is the hardest trick in the game. There we go. Alright. We won't have to worry about that ever again. We are done with that trick.
Also,
We will take
we
will take that after a third or fourth attempt, honestly. Like, it saves so much time just to do that.
someone should give the pig a coat, because he might be cold.
Alright, so now we're not done with the tricks with this. Instead, we're going to be grabbing... That was perfect. That was first try. We're going to go all the way around here, and we're going to just wiggle our way in. Wow, that was quick. I'm so glad I practiced this before the run.
I blinked and you were through.
So we're going to solve a puzzle. It's going to be turtle, frog, frog, turtle, frog, frog, turtle, frog, frog. There we go. We solved the puzzle, and we're going to get our next forlorn. Yep, and just in that time frame, we managed to free a forlorn, solve 2 puzzles, and then free another forlorn. So this is one of those puzzles that took a little bit when I originally played it. It seems very simple, but in reality, it's really not. So we're going to do that. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of rerouting here. We're going to go all the way around. Then we're going to go up, and then go to the next one. And finally, we're going to do up, over, around, and then solve. Like I said, these took me a long time to solve when I first played them. I promise you that.
How long do you remember?
This one was probably like 25 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay. That seems reasonable for someone who maybe has experience with puzzle games.
Yeah.
What if you didn't have experience?
I don't know. Like I said, with puzzle games I played so many, I can look at one and all of a sudden something will click and I'll be able to solve it. Like after looking at it for like 20 minutes, I can solve it within 2 minutes after that, after realizing what had happened, what's happening. So. All right. So now we're done with that. We're going to just leave. And by leave, I literally mean just walk through a wall and leave this area. And unfortunately, with doing all this, we skip the witch entirely, which, if you play this game casually, is actually everybody's favorite character. It seems very weird to say that a witch is your favorite character, but she's a nice witch. She's like, Glinda. Whee!
Back down the slides we go. This is a much bigger one.
Oh, well, don't worry. We get to go down it again. So everybody get the wheeze ready again. So we're going to just turn that. We come down here to do that, and then we're going to climb right back up. And we are going to go over here. Whee!
Whee!
Alright, so now we're going to, after all those slides, we did all those slides just so we could get to this forlorn. And we're going to be solving another puzzle. This one is a very, very short, simple puzzle. For being later on in the game, it's very simple. All we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving this up. We're going to be moving this forward, move this one up here. Then I'm going to be moving in here. We're going to move this over just slightly so I can get through. And then we're going to move up here, drop this down, go over, and then we're going to move this over, and we have now solved the puzzle. For like I said, one of the later puzzles, it's a very, very simple puzzle to solve. Alright, so now we've solved this forlorn. We just have to go back up and we have to... I think we are done. I'm trying to think of what we did. We are not done. Sorry, we are not done. We still have, I think, one more forlorn that we have to free out.
The stranger stretched their limbs.
So we're going to push down this tree.
Perhaps it is
Sorry,
not
tree.
too late
You're well, you're not fully dead. but I'm sorry. You just fell over pretty easily. Protect the environment, everybody. Don't just
Yes, please do.
Don't go pushing over
Don't-
trees.
Please dispose of your trash and other items responsibly. Save the environment.
And now, normally, like I said, what you have to do is you have to give the pig something crunchy, and it will wake up. But the crunchy isn't what you're expecting. No, for an adorable game, it's kind of scary. That is the crunchy thing you would give to the pig.
Perhaps the pig would like it.
A skull of a forlorn, I'm guessing.
Yes, that is what you give the pig to wake them up. For an adorable game. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving this all the way over. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to then pick this up, move it over, and then bring it back up, and over, and up. And now we're going to the next forlorn. Like, so the game, for a puzzle game, and not like a lot of stuff to do, it goes pretty quickly. So this puzzle is interesting. This is kindling. You have to light all of these without putting your fire out. Surprisingly, this took me a good 30-45 minutes to solve and be able to do that. That, what you just saw being done in less than 30 seconds, took me 30 minutes to solve.
So you can... I don't even know where to begin with trying to explain my thought process on that puzzle, because again, puzzles are like the bane of my existence. Put me in front of a puzzle and I'll probably spend more time than any other person on the planet.
All you have to do is you drop it down to the left, you bring it back up to standing, then you drop it forward, roll it over to the one on the left, bring it back over two, bring it back up, drop it down to the left again, then you go down to the final one. It's like I literally say that through my head as I'm doing that puzzle. Drop it down to the left, stand up, move over, stand back up, then go forward. That's what goes on in my head with solving these puzzles. There's a lot, like, through the process of all these puzzles, there's a lot that I can just say to remember how to solve these puzzles.
I am guilty of being one of those people. It's like, if there's a puzzle in any game that I've played, I will write down notes for the puzzle, because I will not remember anything about the puzzle otherwise.
Okay. So once again, we're talking to the goat here that's going to tell us about the forlorn and how we need to free them all. And I mean, I wonder, are pineapples good cooked over the fire?
I don't think I've ever had a roasted pineapple before, but I mean, to be honest, I can't imagine it would be any different than roasting it in the oven with, like, your dinner or something like that, which I've done before. So it sounds tasty. That being said, though, just want to touch base on a couple incentives that we do have open right now for today. So we do have the Backpack Hero Purse Costume Bid War. We also have the Rhythm Sprout bonus songs open as well. We're about halfway to the target goal to unlock those extra songs. And we also do have a new incentive that was added just recently today, which is for the Killing Antidote run that will be in a couple hours from now as well. If you would like to get those met, please do use the chat command to access the link. Exclamation point donate in chat should get you the link to the Tiltify page. Please make sure to select your incentives and your bid wars that you're putting it towards. And yeah, and if you attach a message, we'll try to shout you out and read it on stream. Thank you very much.
Perfect. So one thing I want to point out, there's a lot of moral stuff to this game. The dialogue boxes, you have two there. You have make an excuse and tell the truth. If you do tell the truth, you have faster dialogue. So, in other words, tell the truth, and it makes everything much easier.
I do like the idea of, like, trying to be as truthful as possible when necessary, like, so that, you know, everybody's being straightforward with things.
Yeah, so we've had 3 moral things inside of this fast puzzle game.
Morals and puzzle games, I think, go hand in hand from what I've seen over the years. Like, it's really hard to avoid doing stuff like that.
So the Forest King is just like, okay, don't run off again. I'll give you this key. Just make sure that the gate is closed and that nobody else will be able to escape. As long as you lock it up, nobody will escape. And you're like, okay, I'll take the key, but we're not going to make sure that it's locked up. It's already locked up, but instead we're going to unlock it and continue on and just ignore what the Forest King says. Once again.
The crossroads gate was locked.
We're going to put the key in, and we're going to turn the key as quickly as possible, open up the door, and then we're going to go through if Ember will move. There we go. Move that big block. I don't know how they got it there if nobody had the Lanthorn. How did they get that block there?
Teleportation.
That's so... So right here we are into the cave, which is the longest section of the game, but there's some very interesting skips that happen in here, and a lot of fun story-related stuff. We're going to move up here because we have to do this in order to continue on to the next area. We're going to go here, jump on all these lily pads. Maybe. There we go. And then we're going to go through here. So I have a question for you, Mash and chat. What do you feel about crabs? Like the animal crabs?
Crabs are hard exterior, soft interior, so I feel like they're very mushy, gushy, emotional beings.
Why was I even trying to...
If they could speak.
Anyway.
I would like to know what a crab thinks, personally. I think they would be very gushy, mushy with their emotions.
Alright. So, with the crab, this is the Iron Claw. This forlorn, this person here has been trying to catch Iron Claw for a long time. What they want us to do is they want us to lure it with food, Iron Claw, and then it's going to then capture Iron Claw here. So we're just going to be placing these in specific places to make Iron Claw move to specific areas.
Are we gonna feed more than just Iron Claw?
No. Sorry to say.
Oh.
Alright, so...
The other ones we eat too.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand right here and wait for Iron Claw to, come over here. Thank you for Iron Claw. Now Iron Claw... Oops. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk to you.
That was a silly animation for the crowd to get launched.
Oops. No! I need you, Iron Claw. Alright, so now we're going to take Iron Claw. Iron Claw is going to help us out a little bit here. We're going to go all the way over here. I promise you we're not hurting Iron Claw. He's just helping us out a little bit. It doesn't matter where Iron Claw went to.
Why did you do that?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Iron Claw is fine. I promise you Iron Claw is fine.
Do we see him again to prove it?
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna have to talk to some authorities about that.
He's fine.
I don't condone animal abuse.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying they're perfectly fine. We didn't do anything. It just went for a little ride is all.
I don't know.
So, this is...
I want to see proof.
This is one of the funniest... I laugh at this area every single time. Because the dam is blocking us from getting through. So what we're doing is we're going down here to open up the dam. But the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be grabbing up this pipe to set it up. We're going to go here and we're going to be turning this like that. Then we're going to be hitting the bellows, grabbing the bellows, and just holding down. And the funny thing, the reason I laugh at this is because there is a forlorn person up top. And the only thing they're worried about, and they say multiple times throughout this while we are fixing this, is, I hope that we don't get in trouble for this. And not just once, multiple times this person says, I hope we don't get in trouble for this. We never find out if we get in trouble for doing this. So, all I have to say is, I hope we didn't get in trouble for this.
I mean, Mr. Crab Friend that you launched into that stream is probably not going to be very kind about all the rushing water flooding him around.
No, it'll be happy. There's water there now. I can't believe he did it. I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
It's going to get lost somewhere.
So now we've opened up the dam. And we can continue on through the level. We literally have to do this in order to continue on with the level. We cannot continue on unless we get this water raised. And once again, we're just going to hear one more person, and that happens to be Ember say, Remember, really did hope they wouldn't be in trouble. So now we're going to leave the sewers here, and we're going to go and we're going to get on a boat. And this boat is... I like to do a different technique than everybody else does. A lot of people like to just mash the button to go on the boat. I like to do it in a rhythmic motion, and I feel like it's faster and also doesn't hurt your hand as bad. But also, I want everybody in chat to do their last whee, because this is the last one of the game.
Last slide. Whee! Oh my god, my voice can't go that long.
It's the last one, and it's the best one.
It's cracked my voice near the end there.
Alright, so now we're going up.
This whole game is just a giant water park in my mind.
So now we have a dialogue box for no reason whatsoever. It's really fun. We already know that the water is down. Thank you very much, game. And now we're going to go down here and we're going to get on our boat.
That is a very tiny boat.
Yeah, there's... Like I said, I'm doing it in a rhythmic motion. I feel like this is faster and it's easier to control, in my opinion. But all I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be going to the next section just to set up for the next area and do a small puzzle, so you have a little bit of time to read off anything if you got it.
Perfect. Alrighty. I guess I will talk about other upcoming events that we do here on the channel. So yeah, we do the No Holidays Allowed event. This is the last one for now, but we do have No Glitches Allowed. So stick around for news about No Glitches Allowed 11. Yes, 11. The big 1-1. Double digits finally, baby. Well, I mean, technically last event was double digits. If you want, I count the 0, but anyways, it's dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This includes no major glitches, glitchless, and other run categories that don't have significant tricks or other skips. If you're interested in getting involved, finding out more, make sure to join the Discord channel. Highly recommend getting involved with the events if you want to help out in the future. Volunteering is a huge part of what makes these events possible. As someone who's been on both sides of the events for multiple roles and tasks, it's a huge deal. That also includes Completion-a-thon, which also is another No Glitches Allowed event, dedicated towards 100% long runs or other completionist categories, such as collectathons and things like that. So again, same thing. Join the Discord, follow the socials like Blue Sky, Instagram to get updates for future events. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect timing, because there's a lot that's about to happen here. So, first things first is we're going to go up here and we're going to be going through and grabbing the lens for that mirror, but instead of actually putting it inside of the mirror for the lens, we're going to be taking it and doing something a little bit different and a little bit unique, I guess you could say. We're going to go and we're going to take this with us. Come on, there we go. And we're going to go all the way over here, all the way up, and then we're going to just drop this mirror down. We're going to push that, pick this mirror back up, and we're going to take this on a little bit of a journey with us. But before we take that little journey, we have another forlorn that we have to save right here. So after this, I've mentioned ahead of time to Mash and other people that there is an there's a chance that I could soft lock here, but it's easily just resetting the area, and it'll just spawn me back like right by me just after me freeing the forlorn that's here. It's not that big of an issue if it does happen. It just happens.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for you.
I haven't done it in a while, but that's marathon luck for you if I say that it's going to happen. Alright, so that
This
is a
means
very,
let's do this
very...
again.
Oh, by the way, this is the only one the name, this is the only puzzle I remember, and it's called Carried Away. That's the name of this puzzle. I don't know why this is the only one I remember. I remember that Unkindled is the fire one as well. That's the only two I can remember, for some reason.
Those are very interesting names, though, because they remind me of a lot of other literature and movies as well.
Yeah.
Carried Away reminds me of some of the I'm trying to remember now, the older animations. If like the
I'm so tired.
you know, I'm just gonna stop talking because my brain is not thinking.
Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. I did this first try earlier. Oh my goodness. This is usually a much easier trick. So what we're trying to do here is we're using this lens here to go out of bounds. If Ember will... There we go. Okay, now we're out of bounds. So even with me failing that multiple times, I promise you, this saves a good 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, I should say, section that's supposed to be happening right here. We're supposed to be building a new bow, renaming that bow. Okay, we did not soft lock, we are good.
But there was no
We are
boat.
past the soft lock situation and we cannot soft lock anymore in this game. So normally you would be deciding, what the boat looks like, what color the boat is going to be, solving another like 2 or 3 puzzles, getting through this section. However, if you go all out of bounds like that, you just completely skip all of that, and we'll have some funny dialogue because of this coming up, because we're supposed to be having another boat after once we collect the spindle here. And we're supposed to have a different boat. The boat we designed is supposed to be built at this point, and we missed the robot character, which is a really funny character. We're missing the 2 best characters throughout this entire run. The robot and the witch are the 2 best characters, and we missed it entirely. I would highly suggest playing this game casually and meeting those 2 guys. And this says, for the dialogue, the boat was a little unconventional, but Ember already loved it.
But Emma already
The
loved
boat that
it.
you've had the entire time you're talking about, Ember?
I remember Studio Ghibli's Spirit Away. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, the Carry It Away?
Yeah. My brain just took a moment here to figure it out.
Alright. On to the next puzzle here. This one is the puzzle that took me... Oh, no, never mind. Not this one. It's the next one. This one... I will tell you, this one took me about an hour to an hour and a half to solve, originally, when I first played this.
That seems more like my speed.
Never have made it
So, normally you just have to stay on these 4 sections right here, but I accidentally found that if you do that, you don't have to be on all 4. You can be off by just 1, and it just puts you forward just a tad bit more, so you can get to the next area, like, 1 space faster. Or if you do that and mess up, there we go. Then we're going to go all the way around here, and we've now solved the puzzle that took me hour to hour and a half
Have they
to solve.
deserved to make it this far?
I think that's a really cute design for a puzzle because you basically get to ride the puzzle.
Yeah, yep. It's only the second of 2 that you get to ride on the puzzle. No, 3. Sorry, 3, because we get to ride on Carried Away. Okie dokie. We got this forlorn. Now we get to open up the area so we can free the boat.
Stranger spoke simply.
So we have to run back this way
Thank you.
again. And then turn this to open up this slightly. We don't need to open it up all the way because the boat is very small. Even if we were to get another boat, all the boats are the same size, so it really doesn't matter. So now, the way that I place my boat in here is actually, like, important, because then I'll be able to take off and go the right direction. Right there. So I need to make sure that I get this forlorn, because you cannot come back for this forlorn after a while. So we do need to get this forlorn. And this puzzle, for some reason, this is part of the routing for the forlorn that we need to collect. But this is the hardest puzzle. This one I actually had to look up how to solve. I could not solve this puzzle to save my life. This is now one of the easier puzzles to solve if you just look at it casually and you're like, wait a second, why was this so difficult? So we're going to move this right here. We're going to move this all the way down and over up here. Oops. Then we're going to move this back all the way up here. Bring this all the way back and up here. We're going to bring this one around like this. Then we're going to bring this all the way up. Bring this one all the way up. And then finally, to finish it off, we're going to move that one there and the puzzle is solved. I had to look up that puzzle. I had zero clue as to how to solve that puzzle. And look,
It does look like a rather more complicated one compared to the other one.
Yes. But we're done with the hardest puzzle of the entire run. We have, I think, a total of 2 more puzzles that we have to solve entirely for this run. And they're not as hard as that one. Actually, I think we only have 1 more puzzle. I can't remember. I just know the route. I never remember how many we have. I just know that I should be safe by the time I get back to where I need to go. Alright, so this is the whole reason we needed the spindle and we had to go out there and do that out-of-bounds trick, is to get the spindle arm just so we could turn this a little bit, and that's the only reason we needed that spindle arm. Just to solve that. And this is why I have the boat facing this direction. So now I can just take off and I don't have to turn around in the boat. So we're going to do a little bit of drifting with the boat. Perfect. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go out a little ways because we're going to be on a cutscene here. We're not going to be going up there to that. That takes a good, like, 20-minute section, like 15-20 minute section just to release that forlorn. And we're not going to even be doing that. But if you are interested in learning about that, there's also a category for freeing all the forlorn. So if you've ever wanted to know what the other puzzles are, that's a perfect category for you. Alright, so now we're going to go up here, we're going to move that out of the way, and we're going to run. Do you like hamsters?
Yes, I do. Except for when they breed and then they do that awful thing that they do. And I'm not going to talk about that, but...
I don't know why I decided to move the hamster wheel right away, but what we're going to do here is we're going to go over here, and we're going to drop him, or grab him, and we're going to drop him down. Then we're going to go all the way down.
I never understood why they continuously run in a wheel. Like, I don't know. It's like they're trying. I would like to know what their thought process is when they're running through the hamster wheels.
All right, and then we're going to run on this wheel again.
You know what I want to wish for? The power to speak to animals. I think it would be really cool.
Now we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to drop this in to this little hole here. Go up here and get this solved. I believe, now that I think about it, this is our last forlorn that we're going to be freeing with puzzle-wise. So, I was practicing this puzzle and found a faster way to solve this puzzle. You ready for it? We're going to go up here, and we're going to move this right there, and the puzzle is solved.
That quickly?
I just found this. I just found out how to solve it like that literally 10 minutes before my run.
What was the original way to solve
You have
that
to like
puzzle?
bring it around in circles multiple different ways, bring it back up and around to get the lights to fit perfectly. But then I accidentally solved it by doing that, and I was like, oh, okay. That saves time.
Well, it's nice to know there's multiple ways you can get to the solutions.
Oh yeah.
The beacon.
Alright, so now we're going to be going down here, and we're going to be going up to I get to finally say it. The last campfire.
The last?
The last campfire.
It is getting rather cold out, so I hope everybody's bundled up and staying warm.
Alright, so now, yep, we're going this way. We're going to be talking to the ghost, getting the last campfire. And while that's going on, this will probably be the last moment for you to be able to read off anything if you can, if you need to.
Yeah, I can say a couple of things. So, yeah, so I do want to make sure that people are aware that we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. You've been watching terrific runs throughout the past few days that we've been live. We have plenty more days coming up. We have the event going on until Sunday. We have a start time of 11 a.m. Eastern every day until at least midnight every day. And it'd be really, you can go check out the schedule as well for any upcoming runs and see if there's any more interesting runs you'd feel like tuning in for, or you could also check out the incentives that we have open today, as well as we have upcoming incentives for other runs that'll be opening later on as well today that will be happening tomorrow. Very excited for a lot of the stuff that we have planned for the rest of the tonight, and as well as all of the other stuff on our following days as well, which will we have Rhythm Sprout stuff happening tomorrow, as well as Pepsi Man on our final day as our opener. Like, come on, get hyped, get those incentives met, because like we gotta get there. If you want to get to Pepsi Man, you gotta help us support Go Rescue, because we're not gonna be able to get to that far until you know, we bring that hype, we show that spirit, and we help save the animals, right? So thank you, everybody, and I hope you've been enjoying this run by Steve here. It's been quite cozy.
All right, so we're heading into the final section of the game here. We're going to be talking to the Forest King one last time. Coming up here, so we're going to be talking to
Ember could feel it.
the guards.
It was quiet.
Hmm.
All the birds.
Where are they? What are you guys doing in here?
Everything seems very dark now.
But the Forest King, he's not moving. Huh, what's this? This seems familiar. Have you seen the movie Wizard of Oz?
Uh-oh.
In the words of the wizard, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Because just a little shocker here, the Forest King, he's not real. He was never real.
This is like straight up a reference. It's gotta be.
It didn't feel real. The Forest King wasn't real.
It wasn't real.
I love when I get to this, because I get to say that every single time, and I love it. So now we're gonna pull this. We need to find out exactly what happened to the person that was controlling the Forest King. What I don't understand is how, I've always wondered this. You go through this whole game, you find out that the Forest King was fake. How did they control the weather?
Broken
the beginning
poles
of the
were
game.
scattered on the water.
That is a very good question.
How did they control the weather?
Weather balloons.
I don't know. I've always wondered that.
In the clear.
Alright, so here's our person. They might sound a little bit familiar. You might have seen him run away maybe like 5 or 6 times throughout our entire run. They're the ones that have been watching us the entire time, trying to keep us there and trying to lead us astray to stay out of here, because they're afraid that we'll become forlorn. And it's their fault. It's their fault that everybody. He believes that it's their fault that all these people have become forlorn. So now we have to free our last guy here, and after I solve this puzzle, it's just a bunch of matching, and the time will be coming up the second that the last dialogue box happens. So get ready on time very soon here. So we have to move all these blocks because
Hiding
of
every
what's
day
coming up
behind
in
a
just a
mask.
second here. Because those do blow air if you
Watching hope for
don't move
little
them,
ones
and we
arrive
don't want it to blow
endlessly.
air. Otherwise, we would have to go all the way back
Knowing
down
the
this
empty
entire set of
path that
stairs,
lay
which
ahead.
isn't fun. We're gonna grab the spirit here, take it all the way up to free the forlorn.
Inside that dim light was a hidden pain. They had watched those
Like I
they
said,
care for turn for
play
little.
this game casually. It is so fun casually solving the puzzles by yourself. Learning all the puzzles, the dialogue
They
is
had
beautiful,
locked
the
their
story is
hope
great.
away, tried
It's a
to
very
protect
cute
it.
game to boot, and you can't beat cute games. And here we
This
go.
whole bit reminds me of another game as well, with the rotating platforms and stuff. The visuals.
Alright, so now we get the final one here. I will let you know when the final dialogue box is. I'm going to be mashing here. And
That is me.
yeah, this was actually a pretty good run.
The
I messed up a
wanderers
couple of
searched
tricks a
for
couple of times. It
words.
took me a little bit to do the fruit
When I
skip,
reached
but
this
other
is
than
all,
that,
how
it's
do you face
been
that?
a
You
really good
you
run.
you've done
ready.
amazing. Don't worry about it. It's been
Turn
entertaining and
back
cozy.
bit and
Thank you.
little. You hope, you try, you
Alright,
fail,
so
and
it
then
matters that we fail.
nothing
We're just
more.
going to be hitting all
I
the
thought
buttons
I
on the
without
dialogue
an
on the
end,
right
they
hand
lost
side
hope
here.
anyway. The
Wanderer
wanderer
took a
took
deep
a
breath.
breath.
We're almost to the final dialogue box here. I
I
thought it
thought
would
it
lead
lead
somewhere being something.
Ember
Ember
pause.
pause,
So
so many
many
places paths have
places,
taken,
so
so
many
many other
others
paths have
whose
crossed.
paths had crossed
The
their
path
own.
is what matters.
After everything, only my boat.
Take my boat, finish the journey,
your
leave
journey.
me here.
This place and
They say just
believe
leave me
it,
here,
that
you go by
any more
yourself,
ready
because
than the
I've heard so many
wanderer.
people. We will go together, and time.
Awesome job there, Steve. Thank you.
That was the last Campfire any percent. This game is so fun to run. Once you get all the tricks down, once you learn all the routing and everything, it is probably one of my favorite games to speedrun ever. It is very cute. The puzzles are very fun. The skips are super fun, and just like playing the game in general. If you're interested in running the game, there is I'm not sure if there's Discord. I think there is. But there's also speedrun.com that shows you how to do all the tricks. I think I'm one of the only active runners on this game at the moment. So it'd be awesome if other people joined. But also, I am on Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, all Steve TV Online, and I'm also going to be running New Super Lucky's Tale at AGDQ, so you can watch me there as well. But anyway, thanks for watching this amazing run. It's a lot of fun, and make sure to donate for the rest of the marathon. I'll see everyone later.
Yeah, please do. Thank you again, Steve TV Online, for doing this run for us. It was a pleasure. And yeah, this game is certainly comfy and cozy. And yeah, please do go play the game. I mean, there's tons of little indie games and stuff like this that I think everybody should find one and spend some time playing it, even if it's just casual, because who knows? Maybe you'll like it enough and maybe find more reasons to maybe pick it up as a speedrun, like